Fast Striker is very much an arcade shooter. It's the kind of game I played in the arcades or on my Amiga 30 years ago. You have 3 lives, and when you lose those lives you've got 3 or 4 continues to keep on playing the game. Once you run out of continues, it's game over. It's the kind of game I would have really enjoyed back when I was 10, but I feel like I've played too many games that iterate and improve on the shooter formula that I just found myself not getting hooked on playing Fast Striker. When you start the game, there are 4 modes to choose from that vary the difficulty and the ship you play. The ships have different weapons, but in practice they all felt pretty much the same. You can tap the shoot button to send spread shots, or hold it down to shoot straight ahead. You also collect shield tokens that allow you to become invulnerable for a few seconds and damage any enemy you touch. It was super useful to activate the shield during fights with bosses, but if you lost a life, you also lose the shields that you're holding. The retro pixel graphics were good and the bosses were varied. It's a pretty difficult game, especially when you first start playing, but as you get used to the levels and remember the enemy patterns, it becomes much easier. So why didn't this game hook me? Well, there are a few reasons that are best explained by comparing Fast Striker to other shooters on the Vita. Skyforce Anniversary was also a tough scrolling shooter, but it kept me playing because as I played I earned money to upgrade my plane and improve my weapons and stats to eventually beat the tough levels. Once you beat a level you could go back to it any time if you want to grind for more money. In Fast Striker you have to start from the beginning of the game every time you die. It's not got that many levels and most levels are beaten in a few minutes. I didn't enjoy being forced to play from the beginning every time, and it didn't have that addictive loop of play, get rewards, upgrade and progress further. I became very addicted to Super Destronaut this summer, and part of the reason for that was the short gameplay sessions, and it was quick to start the next go when you did die. In Fast Striker, when you lose all your lives and continues, you have to wait 20 seconds for the credit timer to count down, which is just a waste of time, and then you're kicked to the title screen. That needless wait to start the next game is something that could easily have been changed. Being able to jump straight back into a game helps keep me focused on the game and makes you feel like having just one more go, but the long wait kills that feeling. Also, on my first go I got to level 3, and it was probably 10 to 15 minutes worth of playtime. The long gameplay sessions again put me off from playing over and over. I can understand why they don't let you unlock levels and start from any level you've unlocked. The game is not that long, so starting from level 5 with full lives and continues means that you'll easily beat the game, but having to start from the beginning also took out some of the fun. Lastly, in First Striker, the enemies follow a set pattern of movement and for the most part firing. It just felt very repetitive playing from level 1 over and over when I lost a game. Xenoraid was a good example of a shooter where enemy movement and attack patterns changed every time you played. It meant that you were constantly kept on your toes, and it helped keep the game fresh. So how can I sum up this review? If you're a fan of old school arcade shooters, then you'll probably like Fast Striker. It ticks all the boxes of a traditional arcade shooter. It just feels like the genre has come pretty far since the days of playing these games, in the arcades or on my Amiga, and I just don't feel like I can go back. So guys, what did you think of Fast Striker? Am I being too harsh on the game? I don't enjoy giving games negative reviews, because you know there have been people working very hard to make those games. So I hope that this game does find its audience. Let me know your thoughts, leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.
Warning, enemy approaching. Enemy ahead.
I've got a website now, guys. So if you're interested in buying my book, The PlayStation Vita Year 1, head to the website with the link in the description. The book covers the launch and first year of the Vita on the market, as well as interviews with developers and a look back at some of the big games that launched in 2012. Thanks for checking it out.